Welcome to Nitpicking Nerds. Do you like Kraken packs?
If you do, we've got the best booster boxes for you to buy for Commander.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
I'm your host, Beezy, and that makes us the Nitpicking Nerds. We're bringing you daily content. Happy birthday to everyone born on this day. Now, if you want to support birthdays and us, we're getting more things to support. That's Patreon link in the description. Birthdays will continue to happen as long as you support us on Patreon.
Yes, that is the best way because you directly support the channel and help us live our dreams. Other ways to support us include our affiliate link in the description below for TCGPLAYER.com. Go there, buy the magic cards you were going to buy anyway, spend $0 extra, and support the nerds.
Now you got to sleeve those cards, but the best way to do that is through Dragon Shield. Go directly to the source, because when you start with the links that are in the description for our YouTube video, this one, we get a kickback on the order after you, the viewer and purchaser, check out. So we're here going over which booster boxes are most worth buying for Commander. Now a little preamble before we get into this. If you're just looking to buy Commander cards that you need, or you're wondering what's the best way to buy Commander cards, well, you should probably just buy singles.
Yeah, there's another famous channel, I think, that always says something along those lines. But yeah, if you want to build a Commander deck, the best way to build a Commander deck is to buy the exact cards you need for that Commander deck. Don't dilly-dally with buying packs. Now, we know buying packs, cracking packs, super fun, and players love doing it. I mean, we're involved in that. We open packs sometimes. We understand the value is not always there. For this video, we're not even talking about value. We're not saying you should open these because this is the best value you're going to get for your buck. No, these are the best Commander cards. So you're going to be able to take more of these cards than any other box and put them into your Commander deck.
We're going to tell you what the set value is, but what we're looking at with the booster box is what percentage of the mythic rares, uncommons, and commons can actually port over to Commander and have it be a reasonable card. So it's kind of, we're going to look at anything we would give about a C- on a grading scale or higher than that.
All right, before we tell you which boxes you should buy, we're going to run down the standard sets so you have numbers for comparison. So you're not just like, well, is that good that it has a 49%? No, I don't know. Well, now you're going to know because we're running down.
Start with the beginning of the year. We got Kaldheim. So you can buy a set booster of Kaldheim for $101, or you can buy a draft booster for $100. Now, the set boosters have more value. You're going to get more rares and just a higher percentage of things that matter. And in the draft boosters, if you're looking to crack a box and have everybody phantom draft and then keep the cards for yourself to use for Commander, that's where you would spend the $100 on.
It's just safe to say you should almost, if you're going to crack a box, get set boosters. They are better value, they have more rares, and they're just designed to be cracked compared to a draft booster, which is designed to be well drafted.
If you're cracking, go set. If you're drafting, obviously go draft. Now the mythic rares on Kaldheim, they're like okay. I just feel like there's all these gods and there's some MDFCs, and some of them are just so mediocre.
Yeah, this is like their mythic rare is a 50% hit rate. So you're going to open, if you open 2 mythics in the box, which is a little low. So if you open 2 mythics, one's going to be good and one's going to stink on average. That's pretty bad.
It's kind of like one is a card we would use for Commander and one isn't. So you kind of just have that now, and it's not going to be good. We want to minimize that. And the rares, it's like a quarter of the rares you're going to be able to use.
Yeah, 27% of the rares in Kaldheim are playable, and the rest stink. That means 1 out of 4 packs. That means if you crack a pack, 4 packs, one rare will be good for Commander. Oh no, that is so bad.
What Kaldheim actually succeeds in is the uncommon and commons. They have good percentages for those, but obviously when we're looking at what can we get out of a pack, I can go order a lot of commons for like 4 cents. So there's more weight placed on the higher rarity, harder to get cards, so that doesn't really help a whole lot that we can get uncommons and commons for.
The only reason I would ever suggest buying a box of Kaldheim is if you specifically are looking to crack a box and want to open Snow Basics and Snow Tap Duels.
Because you will get a bunch of those. Next, we got STRIXHAVEN. The set boosters are $98, and the draft boosters are $106. They're all going to be pretty similarly priced, but when the set booster is less expensive than the draft booster, I'm thinking, ooh.
Yeah, the set boosters are exactly where you want to be. That's what I want to buy. For the percentages, mythic rares, they suck for this. It's 43%.
It's worse.
It's worse. The rares are worse also, 14%. And the commons, there's one common of the whole set we think is Commander playable. That's Strixhaven is, stay away from Strixhaven. Maybe that's why the boxes aren't worth anything.
Please stay. You have to stay away from Strixhaven. If you're trying to start, you're not going to start anything. There's literally 18, 28, 29 cards in the whole set that we think are even worthwhile picking up for Commander. So And what makes it even more awkward is a lot of them are multicolored, or they care about spells matter, and not a lot of decks even care about that. So the ones that are usable are niche, and this is just like, oh god, miserable.
I think this Strixhaven, of all the ones we looked at, other than maybe the next one we're going over, might be the literal worst box to buy.
Yeah, it might be the worst box to buy to start Commander Collection. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons. I like this set in terms of flavor and all that stuff, but when we hate on Dungeons and Dragons, it's because the limited environment was garbage. It was very not a balanced set. It was not that fun to play even, and the value also kind of poop. 97 for the set booster, 99 for the draft booster, but either way, if you're looking at these numbers, you probably don't want to try to get some commander cards out of this box because, oh my god.
It's really bad. I mean, the mythics all stink. There's only like 2 good mythics. It's Old Gnawbone and one other one. I don't even remember the other one, but Old Gnawbone is what you're looking to poke because that card's awesome in Commander. But if you hit any of the other mythics, you're in trouble.
Yeah, there's barely any functional cards at all in Commander. If you're cracking a box of D&D, I hope you're having fun with it. I hope you're drafting with some buddies or you pull some sick set booster things because you're not getting any Commander cards.
Yeah, again, with the one common in the whole set that we even think of playing in Commander. And it's a bad...
it's worse Diligent Farmhand.
It's worse Diligent Farmhand. That's the only card you'd be hoping to pull. Oh, God, that's sad.
Moving on to Midnight Hunt. You can spend 92 on the set booster or 88 on the draft booster, that just makes me want to fire off a draft, but that's separate. The Mythic Rares and the Rares kind of still sad percentages. Once we get to the recommended, what we actually would buy, it's going to get a little bit better than 28%. And I did add, there's some set booster exclusive, like new to Commander cards, and like 4 out of 9 of those are hits.
Yeah, it's a bonus for getting set boosters. So, like, if you didn't have enough reason already with us explaining that set boosters are pretty much strictly better, then now you have another reason.
Yeah, and commons and uncommons, we looked at call times, so we know it's possible to have usable commons and uncommons. Not here. There's almost nothing.
Yeah, it's terrible. Literally 3 commons, 3 uncommons. We're just not interested. Crimson Vow, our most recent set that we just got, $108 for a set booster or $84 for a draft booster. That's really low, probably because no one wants to draft this crappy set.
It's rough. There's a lot of bombs, but I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, so for Mythic Rares, 60%, we're hitting pretty good actually there. That's not a bad rate, especially compared to all the other ones we've seen so far.
Actual usable Mythics. The new cards is like 62% hit rate on what's relevant or what's not. The Rares, 31. So like 1 in 3 rares. That's better than what we've been seeing. We still wouldn't recommend this box or any of the other ones.
Yeah, we wouldn't recommend any of these yet. And we're going to go over one last box before we get into our recommendations.
So if we didn't put this on here, I think a lot of people would ask about it. It's Modern Horizons 2. How would Modern Horizons 2 fare if we cracked a box hoping for Commander playable cards? Well, it's $228 for a set booster and $220 for a draft booster for those who are curious.
Yes. This is overall pretty bad. The Mythic Rares for Commander, there's a lot of misses. It's like 41% you're going to hit. It's just not there for Commander cards. Now, that being said, there's a lot of monetary value within the cards. So if you're really looking to crack a box and get the most monetary value, even though this is the most expensive, you're most likely going to have cards worth over what you spent because of, how many good hits there are within these boxes.
Maybe more so in a set booster too, right? Because you're getting like some extended arts or foils or whatever's going on there. I feel like, honestly, these numbers are okay, but then I look at these okay numbers and I go, well, this is double the price. There's okay numbers over here. Why do I have to go to Modern Horizons 2 for this?
Yeah, it's just, and there are a lot of good cards within Modern Horizons that are not included in our Commander thing, but I think if you're specifically talking about Commander, Modern Horizons 2 is just not the way to go.
All right, now, these are the boxes. If you got to do this, this is what we're recommending, and it's specifically only these 3 boxes out of like every set that's ever been printed. Seriously, most of them are way worse than even the bad numbers those standard sets put up.
We have 3 boxes that we're suggesting for you, and we're going from worst to the best. So the worst of the 3 boxes that we would suggest buying is Commander Legends. Currently, you only have draft boosters, and they're $116. There are some good hit rates, though, for this. We're over 50% in the Mythic Rare slot.
That's pretty sick.
It is. It is definitely really sick. And the Rare slot, we're at 48%. Also pretty strong. If we're opening packs, we're most likely going to get a hit in a pack, and that is where you want to be. If you open one random pack, it's more likely to have a playable rare than not a rare. And you can get multiple rares in packs because you get in each pack you get one rare guaranteed, and 2 commanders are seeded into every single pack. You can have 4 or 3. You can actually technically have a 4 rare pack if you have a foil, a rare, and then 2 commander rares. So you could have a 4 rare pack potentially.
Right. So there's more chances to rack up all these things. So it's not like 1 rare per pack. That's not going to always be the case. Also, to mention, there's 37 other legends and other cards that are like seeded in at like lower rates, where it's like an etched foil is what they are, and they're all commanders, so they're all commander playable. But some of the most beloved / powerful things in the format. So those are all hits. That's a nice little boost. So the number actually is even higher than 48% and 54%.
Yeah, you're going to get like 1 per box. You buy a box of Commander Legends, you're going to get 1 etched foil. Whether it's an old one or a new one, you're not going to know until you open it. But there is a chance to hit those old ones, which are extremely, extremely good. I also want to mention, for the Mythic Rare slot, there's 3 insane hits. You have Jewel Lotus, Mana Drain, and Vampiric Tutor.
They can all go in literally any deck.
They're all completely bonkers cards that are just complete 100% staples of this format, that if you open it, you're so happy.
Yeah, and I can tell you 10 years from now, they'll all be complete staples of this format. They're just the most reliable things ever. And since the set was designed for Commander, we even get some good uncommons and commons in the sets. I'm thinking like Impulsive Pilferer, among plenty of other things, Fyndhorn Elves, a lot of things that are very usable.
So overall, Commander Legends is a very good set to buy, but we got 2 sets that are even better to buy. Next is War of the Spark. Now, crazily enough, this is $155. So that is a bit pricey. Let's be completely honest. We understand you're spending an extra bit of money here, but you get really, really good hit rates, especially at that Mythic slot. You're guaranteed like 2 to 3 Mythics a box. 14 out of 15 are Commander playable. That is awesome.
The only one that I would say is not Commander playable is Gideon Blackblade. Everything else, you've got somewhere to put it, and that's like amazing. I think the rare hits is okay. A little bit below 50. 50 kind of feels like where I'm happy about the rare specifically. So we suffer a little bit, but like those mythics, every mythic is basically usable.
Yeah, and there's tons of uncommon planeswalkers that are just fit into decks. There's Narsets, Ashiok. Both of those are just like awesomely strong cards that we just want to put into decks, and you can just get them in the uncommon slot here.
Yeah, and then the commons, there's only 4, so there's not much to write home about, but it's commons.
I think the mythics are exactly why you want to buy this box. No matter what 3 or 4 mythics you open, you're going to be pretty happy for your commander decks.
War of the Spark also just has a bunch of impactful cards. There's a lot of board wipes, removal, like 2-for-1s, card draw, like almost stacksy pieces with some of those planeswalker static abilities. I think, and all in the commons and uncommons, you're basically guaranteed to get them all, right? I mean, you're going to miss. If there's 22 here, you're going to get like 20 of them.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And our biggest suggestion.
Not close.
Like, seriously, what we suggest you buy, if you're going to buy a single box, it's actually a box in Standard currently. It's Zendikar Rising. You're probably wondering, why haven't they talked about Zendikar Rising? That's in Standard, isn't it? Well, it's because it's our number 1 suggestion. $107 for a set booster or $96 for a draft booster. Mythic Rare slot, you're looking at about a 60% hit rate. For the rares, you're looking at a 53% hit rate. Uncommons, 34, which is unheard of, and I will get back to that in 1 second. Mm-hmm. And you're looking at 5% for commons. Obviously, commons are the lowest thing. The thing that makes a Zendikar Rising draft booster, set booster, the most worth buying is MDFCs. Every single one of them is playable in Commander, and they go in so many different decks. If you build a single color deck, you're probably putting the 3 in your color. If you build a 2-color deck, you're putting you can put upwards of 6. It's just, these cards are so good.
Yeah, all 5 mythics are slam dunk, auto includes in anything 1 and 2 color, but the uncommons is where people are missing out, especially on a budget, because I'm assuming if you're doing this, you kind of have some sort of restriction or budget, so you're going to jam every single one you can into your deck, and it's just going to be better for it. I love Zendikar Rising. I think there's a lot of power here. The rares, one of the best rates we have. The mythics, still one of the best rates we have, although it's not 90% like War of the Spark. And just, you are guaranteed to open 30 Commander playable commons and uncommons, guaranteed you're taking them home 100%.
It might be higher than that because you're guaranteed in every single pack an MDFC, which means that you're guaranteed a playable card from every single pack, which is amazing.
And they stack. So if I build a Commander deck, I'm going to have a bunch of MDF sleeves left over. Spoiler alert, they can go on any other deck I build after this. So Zendikar Rising just has it all. It's chef's kiss.
Yeah, I mean, our collection of MDFCs is actually crazy. We have 10 of every single uncommon minimally.
Yeah.
Like on the minimal end, I think we have
Like 5 of each rare and mythic.
and 5 of at least each 5 of each rare and mythic. I mean, you just want to have these for building your commander decks. And Zendikar Rising is the best way to get them. This is, I guess, this video. Know what this video turned out to be? Us plugging MDFCs again.
Every video is us plugging MDFCs, and then people still don't take our advice, and they miss out on value.
Yeah, MDFCs are absolutely great. Get Zendikar Rising if you want cards for commander.
Yeah, if you're looking to just split open a pack wars with some friends, and then after, that's going to be your commander's sweet spot.
Yes. But that is our video. Special shout out to all of our patrons. We love you as much as we can without making you guys uncomfortable. You guys are awesome. You let us live our dream and make YouTube content about a children's card game.
Yes, there's also a description, and in that description, you can find a link to our buddies at TCGPLAYER. When you start with the link and you buy the cards that we know you're going to buy anyway, that gives us a kickback on the order, and you don't spend anything extra. And the same can happen by going to DragonShield.com, either the US or the EU link that we set up. You get a kickback on the sleeves you get, and you can get custom sleeves from that site. Can't get them anywhere else.
Why are you reaching onto my side with your hand?
Why not?
Because you stay in your. There's a line here. Stay.
Sorry, this is the cutoff.
It was actually a lot of. It's like here.
Now we're cutting into the patron card. My hand's coming invisible.
Yeah. No one can see that. Tidbit about our lives, BZ. You tell them.
This is easy. There's 2 tidbits about our lives. The first one is what we promised earlier with another way to use a booster box, which is Sealed Box Commander. This is a special little format. I don't know who made it up. It's got a couple people doing things at the same time. But anyway, we didn't make it up. You open a box of any set you want. You have to make a commander deck out of that box. We're talking singleton. We're talking 100 cards. And in most of the cases, you kind of have to open your commander too. It's a lot of fun. The decks end up kind of janky. It's almost like a limited type commander, but I've done it once, and I think I opened M20, and I played a Yarok deck, and it was so much fun. We played like 7 games with it before it got old, but then I just get to keep the rest of the cards. So it's like I opened a box, and I got a bunch of commander games in.
I opened War of the Spark because I knew that it was amazing.
Your deck was sick.
The deck was very good. Turns out War of the Spark is good for commander.
Well, didn't you play Niv Mizzet Reborn?
Yeah.
You tried to play every good card.
Yeah, I just played all the good cards, and I just suffered at the mana base a bit and didn't worry about it.
Yeah, never punished. So that's one way, another way to use a booster box that you just randomly buy and get a ton of value out of it. Now, the other tidbit is a leftover from a previous tidbit where I was going to talk about the effects that Joe being gay has on my life. There's really only one. And I was just going to mention that it's the gay people in my life tend to have a higher concentration of, let's say, meetups or hookups than I do personally.
Yeah, BZ has I have guys over sometimes. I guess that's the way to put it. And before anybody, because I realize that I have said I'm in a relationship. We're in an open relationship, and we do have sex with other people. So I just wanted to point that out. Because, well, it's important to point out because I don't want people being super judgmental in our comments. You have a boyfriend? Oh, you're having guys over too? Well, yeah, actually, and he knows about it because
that's our thing.
We're kind of open and we share all that stuff.
But yes, I once lived in a house with 3 gay men, and that was a lot of people fielding in and out. I don't know what to do to these people. Like, I don't ever say anything. I don't even try to look at them. I'm like, okay, just do your thing. I'm not going to be friends with you or anything. But a recent goal I've been doing is, I've been getting a little bit more confident. This is my place. I'm just going to be in more and more awkward positions when they get here. I think there was one I was just laying down on the couch.
You were like half asleep.
TV wasn't even on. I was just like snuggled in blankets. Like, hey. He had to walk right by me.
Sometimes they have to. Yeah, it's like, can you walk by my roommate who's laying on the couch?
And the best one was I was downstairs and they were upstairs, and this dude comes downstairs. I look over because somebody moved in my peripheral. We make direct eye contact. The dude books it out the door to his car and then speeds off. And I'm like, Joe, what the heck happened?
He left.
He just left in the middle.
He just left and didn't say anything.
He said he had to go to the bathroom and then just.
Yeah, he said he had to go to the bathroom. Then all I hear is down the stairs. Like, okay.
Patter of scared feet, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's
this
all
is
right.
like 5 tidbits in one.
It's kind of funny. I mean, it happens. I mean, you should. I mean, to be fair,
if you're not comfortable, you should leave.
You should leave. If you don't feel comfortable, but you also don't have to. You have to feel really uncomfortable to not trust them. I thought we were nice. We talked a bunch. He could have just said, "I'm done. I want to go home," and that would have been the end of it. But Instead, we got, I got to go to the bathroom.
Stop doing that.
That's him running away.
End the video.
All right. Peace out, Tribe Scouts.